And if you're going to be wearing a t-shirt today, you might want to double or triple up because right now, a little chilly out there, John Hickey.
Yeah, we're certainly, seasonally cool. Temperatures are in the 30s out here now. But, talking about cool temperatures, that's really not something we've said a lot of here much this winter. And, of course, we're talking meteorological winter dating back to December 1st. Let's look back now on the last basically 2 weeks or so in time. And what you'll see here is a lot of red. Sure, over the last week or so, temperatures haven't been way above average, but above average nonetheless. And over the last 13 days, we've only seen one day below average. And this is becoming more and more of a theme. Running some of the numbers back to 1970, our average temperature from December, January, February, so meteorological winter, have warmed nearly 4.5 degrees. Okay, this is a graphic from Climate Central, an organization that puts together some of this data, but you can look at the raw data yourself. There's no manipulation here. You go to weather.gov/ let's say BGM for the Binghamton National Weather Service office, and you could basically make this map yourself. So if you've kind of been looking around, you've seen the snow melting probably faster than you thought it used to as a kid. You're probably right. Temperatures are getting warmer now, and so the snow seems to be melting faster, and to some degree we're getting less of it too. Also of note, 2020 was the warmest year on record, and 3 of the top 5 warmest years on record have happened over the last 10 years. Your average temperature for a year is a little over 49 degrees. We'll also have to keep this in mind too, because every 30 years, okay, when we're talking about your average highs, your average lows, that's a 30-year period of time that we're referring to. And right now we use 1981 to 2010. So this year we're going to flip the switch over to 1991 to 2020. And we're going to start pumping in a lot of really warm temperatures into that. So when we're talking average highs and lows, those are going to be coming up. So to some degree, when we're talking about it being an above average temperature day, you might be like, oh, it's not that much above. Well, it's because we're starting to throw in some really warm temperatures over the last 30 years into some of those averages. Speaking of warm, the next 5 days, all above average, at least for highs. Not by a lot, but some, appreciably some too, especially Thursday and perhaps Friday too. Here's a look from the Wyoming Valley newsroom in Wilkes-Barre, and traffic moving along a-okay because we're not really finding any kind of nasty weather tonight. 36 degrees, cloudy. Every once in a while I look up here and I find a stray flake or two going by, but nothing appreciable, not looking at any kind of accumulation. Temperatures at this point generally in the 20s and 30s, and much like last night, really not going to see the proverbial bottom fall out. We're going to drop back to the upper half of the 20s. That's above average. Typically this time of year we're in the upper teens for lows. The reason for all the clouds, these flurries, and a kind of brisk north wind that's going to be picking up tomorrow, area of low pressure cranking away off the coast of New England there, rotating in some snow showers, flurries, and even the occasional sprinkle as temperatures climb above freezing. A little bit of a closer at home look. You can see a couple of flakes flying, particularly up across the northern tier. Tomorrow we anticipate high temperatures to be kind of similar to today, thinking mid upper 30s, lots of clouds, and the opportunity for a passing sprinkle or snowflake. So the beat kind of goes on here until we can find a little kick in the atmosphere to change things up a little bit. And that may take until a little bit later on this week. So later on in the week, going into the weekend, looks like we should finally break out into a little bit of sunshine. It's been so cloudy around here lately, a little depressing, but sunshine will boost the mood, as will a, temperatures pretty seasonal for this time of year, although the weather remains fairly quiet, perhaps until this time next week, when maybe a little wintry mischief is brewing. But in the meantime, we enjoy some seasonal warmth, and looking around, yeah, we had a little over 3 inches of snow here in the backyard. Still here, but rapidly diminishing.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, because I know that it makes you sad, John.
I'm going to be shedding many tears tonight, Scott.
All right. Thank you, sir.